advantage. Let's go to Mirage, Herald, and Scrawny. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Mr. Switch. We are, of course, about to go live onto Miragi. I'm joined by Mr. Scrawnman. Mr. Scrawnman, how are you feeling?
Fantastic as always. Yourself?
Good. That's a great start, to be honest. Yeah, I'm feeling ready for some counter S. My favourite type of counter.
As it should be. Now,
Indeed.
hopefully we get to see something new from DenDD. Obviously, the analysts were on point in the sense that this is Mirage, where they have been able to prove themselves previously. And I really do think that like the map veto today kind of screwed them over with the OP. I mean, again, we just saw Dust 2 be removed from the pool, and then the Inferno ban came in, so that kind of obscured the regular rhythm. But here we are. Pistols are aplenty in this round. Wizards already grouping themselves up in towards the A site. They shall head. Slap flashed intentionally. Now, of course, he's just going to try to hold the angle, but he hits himself one headshot trying to find an additional. He will not. Flippy able to grab a kill for the T side. Dumaz chiming in, and here we have it. CTs across the kill feed. It is only Zepton standing, and now he has fallen. DenDD with a very convincing pistol. They didn't even have to use their utility Herald. They can hold on to it. The Molotov and the smoke grenade. Theirs to keep. M4, UMP being bought up here. Plenty of momentum. Hopefully, just hopefully, we don't see them get upset, because that is what happened on Overpass, if I do recall.
Yeah, I mean, probably the fastest pistol round we've seen all day out of the bag, and DenDD getting themselves into a great position. 1-0. Then again, they did the same thing last round, or last game even, so let's see if they're going to be able to continue it this time and actually win out. 5 versus 5. Pistols only to work with the wizard boys. The wizards, the magicians, the Dumbledores, and warlocks. Getting ready to push onto a site. Really what they want here is a bomb plant, then they need to defend that afterwards. They have gone with a force buy, so they're hoping for the round win. Tech 9s are powerful, but you need to be up close and personal. You need to get in someone's face as Dumaz opens up, taking down Zepton with a nice shot with the M4. Making it look easy. Now the push will arrive. Mid control, of course, has been completely conceded. As the smoke goes down, that actually favours the T's, as it gives them an opportunity to move a little bit further up, maybe even go for a boost into window. With 3 players over towards B, this could get quite dangerous. And yeah, like I say, we may be looking at a boost coming in. It's going to be a kill from Slap, diving through the smoke. Not something uncommon from a team like DenDD. You're going to be spamming away through the top of that smoke. Nice, easy kills for him. 2 versus 4. Make that 2 versus... Well, the 2 are dead, so nothing. Wizards not going to be able to take that round, so they're going to have to eco this one and concede a 3rd round to DenDD.
Yeah, I mean, if we just try to unpack that force buy a little bit, Wizards, they didn't have much utility to work with first and foremost, and the little that they had, they throw out towards the B side at the beginning of the round, but it's the counter utility usage from DenDD that stops them in their track, and then from there, where do you go? It's a 5v5 still, all you have is pistols. The Tech 9 Deagles are deadly, but it's not necessarily in the best of positions once they lose that app's control, so the Deagle could have found a kill in middle, and it's only that one smoke that the CTs throw themselves on the bottom of connector that allows for them to even pick up 1 frag. Like you'd said, that smoke actually favors the T side because they can creep their way in and potentially go for the boost. This time they are going to be running into the meat grinder that is named Benji. Already he takes 2 and an assist on the frag from Kicker, leaving Flippy, who is now decimated out towards the bench. So no bomb plant, absolutely nada. A convincing round from DenDD, although the majority of those kills go to the M4, so not all too much money made. That, I mean, just a real nitpick of a situation. Of course, Kicker's going to hold on to that UMP and grandfather it forward into this round as Dumaz buys an op. He is going to position himself inside of middle, presumably the best spot for an op to go out straight out the gates, and Wizards with the AKs will head into what will be a standard A-site take. Now, do they execute off of the smoke, or do they just try to dry run it? Dry they go. No lubrication. Zen finds the first headshot. He takes the second. Slap's able to find himself a bit of a response here, but it is still 4v3 to the favor of the T side. Slap watching players cross as CT's control has been taken. The Wizards have erected themselves there as the controllers of it. So this makes a very difficult retake scenario. Even if you're able to push up from connector here to get to the tri-stack, how do you unroot these players? Kicker has a bit of an idea. He picks one. Zen, rounding the corner maybe a little too aggressively, puts us back into the 3v3, and with Molotovs and smoke grenades, Harold, this could get tricky.
Yeah, absolutely. Great site take. Zen doing massive work. The retakes coming in now. Mating defending. Flippy comes in. Finally, Benji gets a kill, but Zepton's in there, stepping out. Headshot comes in. And a great round from the Wizards. 1 round on the board now. Plenty of money for a rebite to come out of DenDD, but oh, you cannot allow that. The idea behind a smoke play is it stops you being able to get the shots off. But if you're not getting the shots off in the first place, you've got a problem. Wizards able to walk out onto a bomb site and just take heads. Zen, what a power play he comes out with, completely decimating that A bomb site. It's devastation over on A. I have dropped the ring. I apologize. Slap taken down. Flippy to open this one up, but he will be traded out instantly. And again, a fast play comes in, but this time DenDD are ready. Allow this to be walked in on. There's a man on the bomb site, and that's Robin. He's going to be taken down, and Dumas, come on, get some kills. One comes in, turning for another, but he can't get it. Zen takes him down now in a 3 versus 2. The bomb's going to be planted over on that A bomb site, and the Wizards getting themselves into a great position. Again, it's basically the same thing. Essentially, all they've done is walk at you and shot you. A couple of smokes go down, granted, but it's not a set play. It's nothing fancy. It's just skill that they're coming out with. Now it's all on Benji. 1 versus 3. Granted, they are low, but this is an impossible round for him to win. He's going to get taken down by Zen, and Zen is going off on this map. He's having a great time.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the difference between those 2 rounds, right? The first time they just get completely swarmed upon, and the players come out Palace, they come out Ramp, they stampede directly through the A site into CT spawn. And those are the 2 crosses you have to make as the T side for the A site. First, you need to get onto the bomb stack, get behind triple stack. Afterwards, get into CT spawn. Those are the 2 opportunities that DenDD will have to kill you. And we see Robin survive the initial push from the players Ramp and Palace. He has ample opportunity to fall back into CT spawn and use the man advantage of the 4-3 scenario for DenDD's favor and go into the retake. They still had kits, they still had utility, they certainly could have tried to muster something together, but instead he tries to play the heroics, and it just doesn't work out. This is of course going to leave DenDD on pistols, but that seems enough for Kicker as he drops 2 already, making this a bit of a hassle for Wizards to entry into the B bomb site. Dumaz drops another, and Matig's tagged. Matig's down. Robin and Dumaz in a 2v1, leaving Zepton on his lonesome. He's got the AK, but the bomb nowhere to be found as the time ticks. We hit the minute mark. Oh, this could be a round for DenDD, but they have to play the trades accordingly. The P250 is really the kicker, and it is now sitting down on 4 health. Not the best of situations. Zepton, slow things down. He has control. He takes the pace. Just look for the 1 versus 1 engagements and root out these 2 CTs. Don't give them the chance to swarm you, overwhelm you, and take you out. Dumas rounds the corner. He goes out first. Robin secured behind the bench. Spots out Zepton. He knows he's here, but where does Zepton go? How does he play this? With a win, with a frag, and a 3rd round for Wizards. That was hectic.
Yeah, massive 2Ks, both coming in from P250s, but I have to say, that was played so well by Zepton. He's making sure every move he makes is ensuring he's only going to be in a 1 versus 1. He makes sure he can't get double peeked. DenDD can't get the upper hand on him, and it works out so well that he's able to win that clutch. 1 versus 2. Shouldn't have been a clutch, of course, but things happen, and so Wizards 3 rounds up. Still, DenDD are on the bye now, as they did eco in that last round. They have the AWP, they have the M4 up and about, and so this should be just about doable in a 5 versus 5. Wizards now have to win themselves another round, and they'll be getting themselves into a great position. Orps across the board. Flippy and not Slap, it's Dumaz. Have to duel off against each other. Kicker just putting that smoke down, making sure no one can get aggressive, and this should be a pretty easy round. As long as DenDD hold their angles, not much utility to play with on that side of DenDD, and the duel of the Swedes will continue.
I mean, again, Robin's in a very big position here. He's very much committed to the site, so this is the kind of play where he needs to ensure that he stops a push, because if he goes down, suddenly the A site is open, and again, Wizards can execute furthermore past A into CT spawn. That's such a crucial portion of the map to hold for after plant. If not, they have to fall back into ramp, and that's when you can snap off. So Robin getting this kill is big. He does take down Matig. This, of course, cuts off 1 head of the snake, but their 2 remain. Wizards still with anchors aplenty and an execution into the B site. This is actually forcing to rotate out. Robin and Slap are both falling for this, yet the bomb has yet to be spotted. So Slap, he is going to commit, stays there, but as he repeaks out, it's to no avail. Flippy able to find a frag, so Robin now sure, of course, that there are still presence here, but the T side even going to rotate the bomb back. This will be cutting it short as far as time is concerned, but luckily for Wizards, they do have control of the B site for the most part. Dumaz is still trying to poise a threat as he was opting out from the windows, but now he rotates out into CT spawn. You can see CTs, they're not quite sure as to what's happening here. DenDD still looking for duels inside of middle. I mean, I'm sure at this point that they're not worried to go for the save, but the bomb goes in, it's an easy plant, and Wizards should take this with 4 players standing. They don't need to hunt, play it nice and safe. 2 guys up is no big of a deal, as Wizards are set to take the lead.
Yeah, and in what spectacular fashion. They have just been walking onto site. Well, I say they. Zen has just been walking onto site and shooting people's heads off. And that's been working out great so far for the Wizards as they take themselves a 4th round. It's not been tactical play. It's not been the most ingenuitive. But it's working out quite nicely for the Wizards as they do find themselves a 4th round. Allowing these 2 to save is going to be somewhat to their detriment in the next round. But if they allow it, they don't lose any weapons themselves. They hold on to those guns and they move into the next round stronger and ready to battle. I suppose the way they see it is, don't worry about these kills now. We'll get them next round anyway, so let's just play it safe this time. And that's going to work out. Wizards, 4 rounds. They have taken the lead. And there's not enough money on that DenDD side to full buy. They're going to go with the Force. It's not going to be great. UMPs, potentially. Oh, no, they're just playing it for 2K. Okay, that's fair enough. That's from DenDD, I'm incredibly surprised. But I'm happy. That's a good thing.
I mean, I agree with you in the sense that this hasn't actually been too heavy of an execute situation for Wizards T side, but the strategy's been there because they've been hitting things so quickly and committing to bomb sites that they've now trained DenDD to respond with rotations. We see, of course, Robin give up his position from CT spawn, and then even the man inside of jungle go down to the op because he repeaks just like this. Robin in transition, caught out by the AWPs. So Wizards are just taking their time. They're playing with their food, Harold, and my mother taught me never to do that. But Wizards, the BM is real. They are just going to be grouping themselves up now as they have picked 2 players off of the battlefield. 2 pistols remain between Benji and Slap, but Kicker on the op will be the potential changing factor. He is looking for some kind of a pick, but there's nothing to be found because once more Wizards rotating back to the opposing bomb site. They've done it yet again. DenDD lose players. They commit to the rotation, and then lo and behold, surprise, surprise, it is elsewhere that they're found. Even here, the moment Flippy gets a kill, look, the CTs commit yet again. And it's just not going to work out for them. I mean, they are going to be able to grab some weapons in this situation, but the A site's gone, the plant comes in, and yet again we find ourselves in a heavy man advantage with 2 players up for DenDD. It is simply not enough. These gun rounds have all been the Wizards. There's witchcraft at work here today.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know what spell it is, but it's a pretty effective one. They need to keep casting it because 4 rounds on the board. The 5th about to come. Looking very, very good. For the Wizards. DenDD, we know they're a strong team. We know that there's skill on that roster, but right now they're just not showing it. They've taken the pistol round of the consecutive 2, but after that, we're not seeing anything from them. We're not seeing anything new, anything different, anything to show there's any life left. Admittedly, a lot of these players don't actually play on this team anymore. They have other teams now. They've moved on with their life, but still, this isn't great. It's really not. DenDD need to step up.
I mean, I think it's exactly what you just said. It's the fact that they don't have that core unit of teamwork. It's the decision making, whoever is calling in this scenario, that's just not necessarily on point here. They fell for rotations on the CT side of overpass. We could see, of course, their mid-round transitions is where things kind of got sloppy. And again, we're in these scenarios where even though, say, for example, Robin gets that opening frag earlier on in the gun round towards the A site, they still end up losing because of rotations, because of repositioning, because of the calls that aren't necessarily properly informed, and Wizards have been taking ample opportunity to capitalize on those scenarios. They're once again just spreading out all across the map, trying to feel up the defense for DenDD, and I guarantee, or at least expect to see, the same thing happen. DenDD questioning themselves. Already, no contact made. They have no additional information to justify a change, and yet everyone's shuffling. There is ambiguity, there's uncertainty. They're not quite sure what is coming their way, and it could cost them another round. But luckily, Kicker is able to find themselves that opening frag. So a 5v4 for DenDD. This is their chance to close it out. We'll see how Wizards transition, seeing as they have 3 players inside of middle and 1 man anchoring it out towards ramp.
Yeah, despite the 1-man advantage in the hands of DenDD, this positional control is huge from the Wizards. They really can play wherever they like now, and put a wedge in between DenDD's side. Oh, if Zephyr found that kill, maybe this is on, but it's not going to happen just yet. Dumas does miss a shot, and He's getting a little bit over-aggressive there. It's going to cost him his life as he goes down. Dumas now going to get himself a free kill. That call should have been put through. And Matic going to go down, evening it back out into a 3 versus 4. So advantage still in the hands of DenDD in this round. 3-5. And looking pretty solid. 3 of these players now looking to go towards B. They're going to have to contest off against Slap. They haven't checked his position. Get a kill just yet, but there it is. The double kill comes in. Finally, Zephyr has to even this one back out, but he can't do it. He will find that kill on the ladder room, but Robin comes in from A site, takes him down, and that's 4 rounds of the board. DenDD finally bouncing back in.
I mean, here's a perfect situation of yet again the mid-round kind of costing them in a little bit. Let's contrast the plays there between Benji and Slap. Benji, in a man advantage from CT spawn, decides to cross to tri-stack on the A bomb site. There's absolutely zero mid control for DenDD, so of course he's going to get caught off by the guy inside connector. That's what gives them back to the 4v4. But it is Slap who is standing still, not giving up his position, not moving, inside of the ladder room, with absolute certainty that the T side will come his way. He gets that big 3K in the end. So that is the crucial play. That is the difference. This time around, it is Wizards trying to hammer this home, aggressively pushing into the A bomb site. Zepton once more finding frags, but he too topples as Benji takes the response. The bomb will be planted, but this time around, Harold, there is no CT control, so they have to fall back into ramp. And with a double smoke, Molotov, and frag, Benji and Co should be able to come in for this retake. They're going to be able to get stairs control for free. They could try and section off both Palace and ramp, and this is going to force the hands of the T side out. Not to mention the bomb is not planted for this after plant. So let this be an example as to how after plant control is so crucial. They go back 1-1. The trade frags through. Kicker taps the bomb, forcing Maytig's hand, and there you have it. The placement of the bomb and the after plant from the T side is what lets DenDD tie this game at 5. Textbook CS. Don't lose CT. Force the terrorists back from the depths of which they come and win your rounds.
Yeah, looking really dangerous there for Wizards. But it's going to be DenDD to prevail. They did play a nice after plant and retake onto that bomb. And like you say, it's basic CS. All you got to do is play the angles correctly, push that team back to where you want them. Don't let them play you. And it works out perfectly for DenDD. They do manage to take that round. A little bit ineffective after plant positioning from the Wizards. But 5-5, even back out. DenDD definitely back into this one to play Counter-Strike. 2 AWPs up. Both Benji and Dumas wielding those big green guns. Definitely an effective strategy on this map. And Dumas will prove that. Takes down Flippy. That's one way of getting in. 5 versus 4. And already DenDD put themselves into a good position. Let's see who else is going to be able to open this one. I do expect Benji to be doing a bit of work. Pretty slow default coming out, not too much. It's going to be Dumas again. That AWP just never stops. Matig recovers the AWP with his teammate. He's going to fall back. Doesn't really want to fight this one out. See there, the blood of players passed on the wall. And I don't know about you, Mr. Scrawn, but I don't want my blood on the wall anytime soon.
No, I prefer to not be splattered amongst the terrorists. Standing, I am, as are 3 players from Wizards, grouping themselves into the Palace, but at this point, DenDD should have a very strong read on this. I mean, Dumas, he gets 1 kill in Palace, he gets a 2nd kill in Underpass, and then sees a 3rd man inside of Palace. So with that positional knowledge and also a player at the top of mid, you know these guys have to be geared up for the potential A split. Now, they do just keep 2 players here, but Slap with forward positioning inside of the ramp is going to be fine and dandy. DenDD in a good spot to hold the line. Robin takes 2 frags. Maytig coming out with that op. Down he goes. It is a clean sweep from DenDD. 5 players standing at the end of that one. Again, just proper play. Because there's no early aggressions from the T side in middle, this is what allows for Dumas to roam off of that AWP. And if you have him in window as a standard spot, where's the next go-to? Into jungle, into connector with your eyes on Palace so that the 2 M4s on A site can very much fixate on ramp. And of course, that's where he finds the opening kill. Once you take a kill on A, you expect rotation. So he goes back to mid, yet again sees nothing. Hey, let's check underpass, and hits a superb falling op shot. So again, Dumas taking the advantage of not being pressured, but pressure this time applied from Wizards towards the B bomb site will be met with resistance. The Molly holds them back. They lose 2 players early on here as they're only playing pistols, and Kicker up close and under the windows here to support Benji, who hits the op shot. A full house over towards the B-bomb site. Kicker with a 4K. Excellent stuff. Yet again, nobody dies, and even this time around, a very minimal utility usage. So DenDD getting their feet underneath them. No more do they have wobbly legs. The Wizards have met a brick wall, but at least they buy into this next one, seeing, of course, as there is a 4-round loss bonus. No plant necessary. Will the AKs be enough? It is time to tell.
Well, important to remember they have got that 5-round buffer, that little deficit with which to play with. Dumaz, he said, yeah, 5 rounds, happy days, you can have that, but you're not getting any more. Zen will finally shut him down, but not before he finds himself 2 kills and puts this situation very much in favour of DenDD. 5 rounds on the board, it's something to play with on the T side. But there is a kill from Zen, and it looks like he's waking back up again. Maketig trying to get himself in. Robin, of course, did spot that Molotov coming out of ramp, so he knows what's going on. They can rotate over towards that A bomb site, but the bomb is still outside Apps. They need to go and pick that one up if they want to get over towards the A bomb site, and speed is everything. You need to get quickly into that site once you get the opening frag, not wait around all day while you leave the bomb somewhere. Then, of course, the man with the plan, he needs to get over there and walk in to that site, but look at this. Everyone's rotating, everyone's going the wrong way, and it's not working out. Wizards, they're going into a site now that has 2 players on it. Benji with the AWP, Kick Up with the M4. We know he's very, very capable of playing up close. We've seen him do it with a P250. I dread to think what he can do with an M4. And now they know exactly what's happening. They know that this push is coming towards B, so they have to get in here and try and find a frag or 2. Kicker sprays down 1, 2. Can he find any more? He's not going to need to. Benji's in there to support him. The last man alive is Zepton. We know he's strong, but he's not strong enough. Benji takes him down. It's 8 rounds on the board for DenDD. And again, that rotation, what on earth were they thinking?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think Wizards are kind of hitting a wall here. DenDD have put up a really good defense, and it's really been coming off the back, first and foremost, from the aggressive opping of Dumaz. We see him get 2 picks in the round two ago, and then in the previous, he goes for that very aggressive jump from window onto the catwalk wall. I mean, that takes some really nice mechanical skill. So credit to Dumaz, able to open up shop, and now we see absolutely no mid control. So they're afraid of this AWP. They're once again going to be looking to just aggress themselves out onto the A bomb site. Man underneath the balcony, able to find 2. Slash coming up big, allowing for Robin to re-engage, and Dumaz amongst the frags is able to take 1 to his name as well. Now let's be real. It was just pistols, it was just armor, so they did have to go for something quick like that, but unfortunately for them, it doesn't even net a bomb plant. Not that it'll matter too much economically speaking. We are in the final round of the first half, and it is weapons aplenty, nades to boot here for the Wizards. What can they pull out of their magic bag as they seem to, again, have hit a bit of resistance. DenDD controlling the pace, and once again, it is mid-control firmly in their coffers. It's not Dumaz this time around, but rather Benji, still an op that cannon paying dividend as Dumaz and Benji time in with another 2 frags. Zen with a bit more of a response. Goffy as well, going to take down 1, but Slap finds the return, and the bomb, as it has crossed out of the site, is left in a 1v3, only to also topple. 10-5 the scoreline, and DenDD bouncing back here in the second map. That was some nice CS.
Yeah, it couldn't be more back and forth. 3 rounds for DenDD, 5 in a row for Wizards. They looked unstoppable. And then 7 rounds in a row for DenDD. Massive, massive play. I mean, I'd like to say it's back and forth, but it's just chunky, really. Chunky games, chunky CS. And really, this pistol round could mean a lot for the rest of this half. Wizards have to win this if they want back into this game. Otherwise, DenDD, they're going to walk away. We know they're strong on T-side. They've always been strong on T-sides. And this is where it gets dangerous. Maketig falling back without a single kill. He's been pushed out of position. And this push is arriving. He will find 1 kill onto Slap. But Kicker, he wants more. He wants to get into this site with his pistol in hand. And he will. Maketig goes down, looking for more as well. It's going to be Robin taking the pistol kill onto Flippy. And this is just domination now. 3 versus 2. This B bomb site is under control. But of course, someone decided to drop the bomb over on A, because, well, why wouldn't you? That's a great plan, guys. So Goffy has to fight tooth and nail, but it's not going to work. Dumaz takes him down. Sorry, what situation developed where they thought it was a good idea to take the bomb A?
Yeah, I mean, so I understand. They put 1 guy inside of Palace, 4 guys go B apps, and then as they hit the underpass section, 1 player goes underpass towards connector to try and split into the A site as 3 players sell the B site fake. But I think that plays a bit of a gimmick. You really have to rely on Wizards overconfidently rotating out, and Goffy just sat in CT spawn the entire time. The moment he hears the bomb plant, he peeks wide, takes the first frag. Now, luckily for DenDD, they get the kills elsewhere, and that sheer number advantage is what really forces the hand of Goffy to try and take fights and ultimately die. But again, that's something I think you try to sneak in mid-round if you're really trying to put your eggs in one basket. That's a very confident pistol play, because think about it. They take B-site with absolute ease. They could have had the bomb plant, force the CT to come their way, but instead they give at least a smidgen of hope for the Wizards to work with. And this round they have yet again an opening, seeing as Slap goes down early on. Duma's dropped to 53. It is of course just Kevlar and pistols aplenty for the Wizards to work with. One flashbang still for Flippy, but other than that, DenDD have hit a standpoint. They are just going to slow down the pace of the round. This is the proper response. They still have plenty of utility. They still have the weapons advantage, but that's not going to help. Zeppelin peeking out with the CZ takes another kill. So suddenly, these terrorists need to group up. How do you lose the first guy? Long-range deagle. How do you lose the second? A terrorist peeking an untradeable position. This time around, Zepton goes out. Sure, okay, he takes one, but it's traded back. Goffy again, hitting a bit of a ripper, leaving it just down to Robin. Not like this, please, DenDD. Solid play, sprays down one, can't find the second, and it's the pistol of the Wizards that does prevail. My goodness, Harold, we have been here before on Overpass. We meet again, old friend.
Hello, darkness. My old friend. I've come to talk to you about my tax return. 11-6 on the board. DenDD. It's just little mistakes that cost them so much. All the time. Like dropping that bomb, it didn't cost them. But the next round, they lose the early pick. They lose out. It's just every time it seems to happen. They are on pistols now, force buying up. They have got 11-6, so they have a bit of a buffer to work with. Benji opening it up, takes down Zepton. No trade going to come through. The player moving towards Ramp. Slap going to get taken straight down and out of the server. But look at this. Look at this. They've forgotten the bomb. Again. Just it's little things all the time. That's my biggest peeve with DenDD. They always make mistakes. They've got so much skill on the roster, but they make tiny little mistakes that end up just costing them rounds, just unnecessarily. You know, it's like watching UK esports again.
Situational awareness sometimes lacking, but at least they have been able to not only retrieve the bomb, but put a player up inside the window well, grab that M4 from the corpse of Zepton, and suddenly Benji becomes a bit more competitive because these players also have Kevlar. DenDD were not looking to get fully reset, but instead force buy upon their opponents as they had been done themselves. Benji contemplating the ladder split, so the possibility of the B-site take, but great positioning from Goffy. He's lying in wait, expecting them to go for such a play. Now, of course, we see the B-split trying to start up. Robin's going to have to lead the charge off of the Tech 9. Players have spotted him, so they are aware. The Tech 9 will not find the frag. It is Maytig who takes down 2. Kicker on his lonesome, firing away off of the Deagle. Nothing has been found other than damage. He sits on 12, and now he hits the dirt. Goffy with an additional kill, 2 kills to his name. Maytig does the same. 11-7 the scoreline, and Wizards convert the point despite going down to the 4v5. So we saw in the previous round where Wizards were able to capitalize on that pistol play. This time around, DenDD cannot do the same despite having a bigger lead. They will buy P250s, but no utility as of yet. None whatsoever. They are going to be feeding themselves to the middle of the map. Who lies in wait? Flippy with an AK. Primed and prepared to mow them down. They cross on out. He sprays down 3. Looking for more. He takes the 4th, but the ace is stolen from Zepton. Great marksmanship there. He loses 95 points of health, but still he sweeps them under the rug, and the score now hits 11-8. That one was quick, Harold.
It was indeed. Fast round again, and Flippy just hard to say, but showing a little bit of spray control. And Wizards coming back again. They're trying to get themselves back into this and get a bit of a flashback to Overpass where DenDD managed to win themselves a pistol round, but after that, they somewhat fall apart. Zen again going for a bit of a push. He's going to be getting information for himself. But not the greatest round coming out from DenDD in that last one. They just can't seem to put anything together at the moment. 4 players alive in this one. Again, they let slip that advantage like so many rounds before. Letting slip that advantage. Robin has worked his way into at least the beginnings of the A bomb site, but Mating pushing on short, spots out Benji, takes him straight down, wastes absolutely no time. And Zen now looking for another kill. He's going to get a very good tagging off onto Robin. Robin goes down. That's a 3-kill for him. 5 versus 2. And there is nothing DenDD can do to get back into this one. Dumaz just trying to get some work done. Bomb is going to be recovered by Kicker. That's 2 AKs. But there's really nothing that they can do to get back into this round. AWP up on Flippy. 4 rifles across the board. Kits aplenty. And DenDD in a very difficult position. They can get themselves into a bomb site and get 2 kills. Well, that was close. If Matig goes down there, there's an opportunity, but he doesn't, and so there isn't. Now moving onto that A-bomb site through connector. Kicker needs to be very, very cautious. Matig has spotted him out, and now the jump comes in. Zepton going to take himself. Nothing as Kicker will adjust, take him down, leaving it now in a 4 versus 2. There is still 25 seconds remaining, but they need to find kills fast, and Zen is holding a very close angle. He spotted out Dumaz. The call comes into his team. He finds the frag, and Kicker will fall. Once again, Wizards clawing their way back into it.
I mean, here's the situation, right? We expect for DenDD not to have too much of a team play. We've really kind of brought that dialogue up multiple times, and if you need any additional evidence to it, I think it's clear in the sense that they leave bomb at the top of mid all of these rounds, which shows me that they're not entirely sure where they're headed, what they're going to be going for in the later bits of the round, but rather they're just spreading themselves out, playing for some kind of an opening, and from there, they will make their decision. So when you do not go into and execute preemptively, but rather on the fly, it is within those hectic moments that mistakes can be made, and this is what Wizards have been capitalizing on thus so far on their CT side. The frag grenades hit point, Matig Zeppelin take the first 2, Dumaz gonna try to close the gap and plant the bomb. He's lost his entire team, other than Robin, who brings up the rear of the caboose. He too falls. Wizards with another convincing round, 5 players up, making it look easy, Harold. Again, DenDD. What do we go for? Gun rounds, leave bomb, let's play middle, see what happens. Eco round, rush B, don't stop. No utility usage, barely any flashbangs over the wall. I mean, this is just bare bones executions coming in from DenDD, and the teamwork from Wizards is what has been giving them this advantage. We said they were the team, and it couldn't be any more evident, I don't think.
Yeah, this is just little mistakes costing them everything, and a lack of strategy at the end of the day. We saw the exact same thing over on Overpass. It's just a lack of thoughtfulness going into every round. It looks like they have a bit of a plan, you know, and they go through with a bit of a plan, but it's very loose. It's a very loose style of play, and right now the skill isn't there for them to play like that. They're not playing to their full potential. They're not hitting every frag that they should be, and despite them getting 8 rounds in a row, we're just not really seeing anything else come out of them right now. Which is a shame. You know, DenDD is one of those teams where they can go huge. He's going to be in trouble as he does get flanked. Don't see too much going on as the push finally arrives. Goldbeat in a very dangerous angle, going to get taken down, but the real key play is that of Zen. He can get anything done. Powerful, they can't. It's 2 versus 2. Perfect position from Zephon. Finds one. Looking for the second now. It's Dumaz. 1 versus 2. And the flank is coming in. There's not much he can do unless he gets the frag instantly. And the bomb is out of his control. He has to find a way to deal with Zepton. Mating comes in, finds the kill. And despite entries coming in very nicely there for DenDD, it doesn't work out in the end.
I mean, here's the thing. You said it yourself just now. Despite the entries, despite the fragging power, the one edge that we were giving to DenDD, they still lose. And the reason is because there are trade frags and CT presence on this A bomb site. Why were they stacked on the A site? Because they're allowed to take B apartments completely for free. Matig walk the entirety of both B apartments, T spawn, A ramp, and then hits the flank in a timely fashion. I mean, he could have tried to, you know, really gun it up and spray down multiple players before they get off of the execution, but with Wizards bolstering their A site defense, they're more than happy to go for the trades back and forth. Even a costly round of that nature is not that big a deal, seeing of course as the economy behind Wizards is so incredibly strong. They're able to buy back into this round with absolute ease. Still 2 players sitting above $10,000 and a third one on 8.1. This time the T side for the fast execution into the A-bomb site. Dumaz with the Tech 9 able to find that opening frag. They're going to push past. CT spawn has now been taken. This looks good. They've got the after plant inside of Palace. Kicker to plant behind the tri-stack. If somebody were to go into CT spawn right now, then they could just absolutely secure this round, but instead they're going to fall back into ramp. This is a much safer after plant, and I think still gives room for Wizards to play. With their utility, we could see as we did previously, these players might get sectioned off.
Yeah, one of his 2 kills, and all they have to do is put a Molotov down. Molotov did just get wasted, of course, but they've still got smokes to play with. flashbangs across the board. Dumas playing very dangerously. Kicker finds himself a free kill there. Dumas going to go down as well now, leaving it a 2 versus 2. But again, like you say, this bomb plant could
See
be
how Maytig is
better.
checking CT spawn right now? He knows, because he knows that this is where they should be.
Yeah.
But they aren't. It's actually, it pays off in the end, but that just goes to show, like, the standard play, that bomb plant, none of that was for T-Ramp. And yet it works out. They clear out even 2 players who were in that direction, and still they're so fixated on CT spawn. It's really the timing, I think, in that situation that allows DenDD to close the round, because once Wizards commit to clearing CT and still don't have frags, they just decide to tuck tail. They have an easy exit towards the B site, and why not just give up another round? It is, of course, the 24th, so still close, but again, little mistakes being made. This time it works, but it could have actually worked against them. Nonetheless, DenDD back into the lead. Harold, how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel something, but what that something is, I do not know. Nice little push going to be coming in onto ramp, as well as Zepton playing very, very close. It's Zen, 1, 2, 3. Technically not 3, but we'll count it. And then in the middle is Zepton to open up, taking down Dumas. Now Slap finds himself the last man alive. 1 versus 3. He has got the bomb, and this is just a reset. Wizards going to take all that money away from DenDD, take everything they have as Flippy closes out, takes down Slap. And Wizards, I mean, if you look at the odds, this game is... it's in their hands, but no, absolutely not. Wizards have taken this one to new levels of Counter-Strike by basically just capitalizing off mistakes. But, hey, you know, if your enemy's making a mistake, don't interrupt him. And so Wizards, they've reset DenDD. No money to play with. It is going to be a force buy, but once they lose this round, they could be looking at 14 rounds on the board, because they're going to have to eco into the next one anyway. Dangerous stuff going for that all-A play. Nothing clever here. Just all in, all out. Shake it all about. And see if you can do the hokey cokey. Goffy going to go straight down. Zen going to go straight down. Actually, DenDD have made this work. A lack of utility use from the Wizards has allowed this to happen. 5 players remain alive with a very weak buy coming in. This should never, ever.
It's really that Palace push that gets them the 2 frags. You can see how the player Tri-Stack was so caught off guard. I mean, at this point, Wizards should just go for the gamble, at least deal a bunch of damage here, seeing, of course, as they've been trading rounds back and forth. But this time, the bomb is planted proper. It is in the open of the standard. Slap up towards the benches. He takes 1 frag. Here comes the flank in from Benji. Down goes Zepton, leaving only Flippy off of the AWP. Why not try and find some frags at this point? Deal damage. The bomb continues to tick, and as long as he is present, they have to stay near. But there we have it. Benji not only flanking mid to drop the player out of jungle, but then also through the kill hole to clear out the back of CT. So an excellent round from DenDD. They do what they can with what they had, which was the very rapid A-site execution. And I think that, as you said, the lack of utility usage on the A-site is what allows for it to go down. They were able to smoke off T-Ramp and then follow that up with a Molotov, but there wasn't anything to prevent those players from flooding out Palace, and that's where the Tech-9s really closed the distance quickly, found those kills, and put DenDD back into a competitive position. It is 13-12, a ample opportunity for DenDD to still close this, seeing, of course, as they are back onto the guns, but they need this round here and now. The reset will not make their jobs or lives any easier. So Slap taking the first frag is an excellent little starter. Wizards still in a 4v5 and split all across the map. But once more, look at the bomb sitting at the top of mid, and Zepton finds the trade frag. So we're back to where we started until Benji finds another off of that AWP. Now DenDD should just transition towards the A site where Robin has been anchored, use the utility that you bought into this to go into the set execution, and all they have to do is check their corners. If Zen comes up with a big multi-frag from this unorthodox position, it will be the heartbreak of this match, as well as the fact that Goffy is rotating back to CT spawn. This isn't too bad, but it's all on Zen.
Yeah, he really is. One man versus the world, and he's stopped instantly. There's nothing he can do. Goffy finds 1, but there's still 3 players very angry on that bomb site trying to find frags. Goffy goes through the smoke, but he can't find anything. Maytig now 1 versus 3. And not in a great position to do it. He's smoked out. He has to move through this smoke. He's got an M4 and a kit to play with, and he's got a flash, but he's been heard jumping. They know where he is. He can't get the spray off. Finally finds the kill. But there's still 2 players he has to fight against. Pop flash will go out, but he has to check the flank. The options here are minimal. He has 11 health and really no opportunity to get this one done. It is going to be Benji looking to take him down. He has got the AWP in hand, but he's out. Maytig says no. But either way, he's probably still going to get taken down as Dumas is watching this angle. It's an angle you very much would expect to be watched. And there it is. Dumas takes him down. 14 rounds on the board.
Here we have it. DenDD with actual opportunity to close this out because they have, for the most part, cleared the coffers of the Wizards. Their magic pouch of coins, it's been dumped on the ground, Harold. And they're stomping all about it. They will force buy into this one with what they can scavenge back, but it has its limitations. Clearly, Goffy on the 5-7, limited utility for multiple players, even a FAMAS for Maytig. 2 kits, decent, but not the best. DenDD back into control of this game, which is where they were once upon a time. So, it's been a while, but they've arrived. And they have put themselves towards the B site for the most part. One man in the bottom of underpass. Dumas just going to be creating a bit of a ruckus, Molotoving out the window, trying to create a fight, maybe take a frag, but Maytig sprays and it's to his avail. Robin goes down to the blind fire, and therefore an advantage found here for the CT side. The terrorists have disengaged. They've tucked their tails and walk away. They're scared, Harold.
Yeah, I mean, there's reason to be. Maytig just hits a really random shot through the smoke, finds the kill for himself, and DenDD don't know what to do. They've got no idea. They're thinking, he's hacking. He must be, but really, it's just a lucky shot. And it takes down Robin. I bet Robin went mental. I bet he kicked everything. His computer's probably broken by this point, because that is a very annoying shot to get hit by. But still, 4 players alive, and Goffy is only on a pistol, of course, so this is still doable. It's not over yet. Mid-control, trying to take. Zepton playing that window room, watching onto short. This is where he's going to play from. Zepton spots out Dumas, not going to be able to get the kill through. Okay, they're just running on past him. They find the kill onto Maytig. Then Molotov is positioned, but he runs straight through it, takes down Slap. Just about falls back. Still, 4 versus 2. Make that 4 versus 3 as Benchy will find himself a nice little AWP frag. In a 3 versus 2 retake. This is a challenge. If I've ever seen one. Gonna be up to the frags now. Who can hit their shots? Kicker not watching the angle. It's gonna allow Benji to be in a 1 versus 3. Finds 1, finds 2. He only has to find 1 more. He hears him, no-scopes him, takes him down, and that is DenDD. Match point somehow. 1 versus 3, and Benji on the 4K.
That is crucial. I mean, so much pressure on Benji in that scenario. Kicker uses his Molotov to section off Catwalk, but it was the boost over top of the bricks from Zepton that really catches him off. The man didn't run through the fire suicidally, but rather just jumps over for free. That's why he's not looking, of course. False confidence, Harold. False confidence. And then a big play from Benji. Crisp shooting, 100% accuracy on those last 3 shots, and a fancy-dancy little no-scope there to clean things up. So DenDD in full control, seeing as Wizards are on a very deflated buy. WMP with some pistols to play. The utilities there, but the T side are once again breathing down their necks. Kicker up close has already managed to get his way out of the doorway. CT's up close as personal. He walks on out, but doesn't get below. He goes down, but Robin takes 2. The B site cleared, and the retake now will have to be the reason that they win. Flippy with the 1 dig, able to drop the first. Benchy peeks out, takes 1 to the chest. He too dropped to 40. So despite the B bomb site being in control of the terrorist forces, they've yet to plant the bomb. All 3 players tag, and the CT's already poised in after plant positions. They are going to be able to surmount some kind of a retake in this position. The smoke grenade's enough to get Benji out of here if he so chooses, but he's gonna stick around. This is confident play considering that the pistols are so damn close, and one man runs through. What are you doing, Zen? It pays off. He takes the first frag. How? Just how? The bomb's still not planted. What is this?
Absolutely craziness. Still 2 versus 3. We saw them do it last round. Just be able to do it again. Flippy holding the angle with his AWP. If Robin even steps out, he's dead, and he will. Now on Slap, but not really. DenDD take the round. But no, they don't. Wizards take the round, and in such spectacular fashion.
I mean, that's just Wizards. That's Wizards forcing DenDD to play scared. Sure, they lose 2 players on the entry, but at that point, you knew the guns were still under control. So the only thing that the CTs had to play with were their pistols, and the fact that they had you surrounded. You quickly plant bomb. That's a standard retake. Sure, okay, they are still nearby, but it's a 3v3 retake, and you have weapon advantage. That's massive. Instead, they play scared. The player stays in the corner, despite having the smoke grenade to cross out into the site. Harold, it drives me mad. But it works out. That's incredible. Wizards into the fighting chance, and also DenDD back onto pistols. This should be another round for the Wizards. They've managed to pull it out of the bag as Goffy's able to take the entry. DenDD putting all of their marbles in the final round. That is what they're looking for. Luckily, Robin's able to take an additional kill here, but Goffy once more finding a response frag. 3 versus 4 to the favor of the CT side, and they continue to topple terrorists like flies. Benji, Robin, armor and P250s, no bomb and no map control other than middle, and a player in the window who is lurking all about, but even the kill hole's still blocked off, so he's not able to go anywhere but jungle. Oh, this is a disaster.
Yeah, really not too good. But again, they are playing into the last round, so that's what's really key. Only pistols to play with here. Not expect too much, as Zepton will shred down Benji. It's all now Robin. One man. One pistol. One life. If he spins around this corner, well, he can't really. There's a breakable thing in the way, so he can't really get in to try and take down Flippy in this one. Yeah, Flippy would have heard that. Pulls out the pistol, takes down Robin, and that's 14 rounds. This could go to overtime, but DenDD, they've been saving for this one. They've been waiting for this one. They're going to be able to buy in not a huge amount of utility. Do you know what I'd really like to see from DenDD here is just simple A execute. Get the smokes on the A bomb site straight in and try and win this round.
I mean, it's definitely on the options, but Robin instead's going to use the smoke grenade towards mid, so they're still going to have some presence in the sense that Dumaz is also headed in this direction. He might be trying to sell the potential cat to B push, seeing as they've now put down 2 smokes. The CTs have 3 players anchored into the A-bomb site. Here come DenDD trying to hammer this one home. Trade frags going back and forth as Kicker hits a double. Flippy off of the op, though, going to shut down the bomb, and so it drops to the wide open. Dumaz still inside of mid, takes another to his name. A minute 30 left to play, but still the bomb wide and in the open. Flippy is the anchor, the key to their success, and so it is Dumaz all alone, 1v2. Again, the bomb not in his position, but at least open for the taking as the CTs have disengaged from the CT spawn. They are not looking to hammer this one home in the mid round, but rather with the retake. Dumaz able to punch the numbers into the bomb for the connector after plant position. Molotov coming out for the Wizards side as they have a smoke tri-flash to play. Dumaz, he's going to try to go for the CT spawn flank. This is a long con. Oh, he knows there's no time, so instead he'll double back. He's unsure of what he wants to do, but the smoke grenade on top of the bomb is suddenly going to force his hand. An off-angle defense from Maytig as well might be able to be stuck. 2,
No.
1.
Oh, he's done it.
Dumaz hits it with the last second of the defuse on the clock. That was crispy.
That was incredible. What a play from Dumaz to win that round for his team and win the game to give him a draw. Wow. I think we need to head over to the analysts to break this one down. So this has been all from me and Scrawny. We will see you, I don't know, another time.
Another time.